What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. If you are, make sure you leave a like on that video, this video. And if you enjoy my coverage, I hope I'll earn your subscription today. That said, pretty interesting developments with the Matt Walsh, Daily Wire versus YouTube. And, anytime you look at these alternative networks or different options for content creators that maybe don't want to dance through all the hoops, that have their own principles and ideologies put in a weird position with terms of service, there's always been these like weird, obscure alt tech networks that you could go join, but there's never really been a viable option until now, which is Rumble, which is one thing, Matt doesn't mention in his speech. I wish that he would give more shine to Rumble, but it's not like I own Rumble or I don't care. It's like a tiny, like, whatever. He's got to do what's right for him, so it's whatever. But if you followed this situation with Matt Walsh over the last week, you know that he's, of course, been doxxed. He's had his emails, his DMs, all that kind of stuff. Some of it leaked. Now we're almost like a week removed from that, and it hasn't fully, none of this stuff has come out, which is probably good for the person that actually took it. Also, Matt told us that it was someone close to him, or I guess the hacker said it was someone close to him that helped him pull this off. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be a misdirection, but I've been watching closely what Matt's going to do with this YouTube gauntlet, where YouTube is essentially, at least he said, like, you'll respect people's pronouns or you'll be deplatformed, not just demonetized, but deplatformed. And now he's kind of struck back with what I think is a really interesting decision. And we're going to get into all that after a super quick word from this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, it's 2023. If you don't have a VPN, you're missing out on a ton of benefits. Not just a more secure connection, but if you're paying for Netflix, Disney Plus, or any other streaming service, you're already getting locked out of a ton of additional content that you could be enjoying if you used a VPN. And since they've been sponsoring the channel so long, they've rolled out a massive discount for my viewers. That's right, 84% off plus 4 months free. It's $2.03 a month, 4 months free, 84% off. Private Internet Access also offers privacy on all your devices, lightning fast global server network. And look, outside of all the additional content you're going to be able to view out there using Private Internet Access, it also has a strict no logs policy. It's open source. It has state-of-the-art updates. It's instant to set up. You can put it on all of your devices, your tablet, your computer, your mobile phones. It has unlimited bandwidth and so much more. If you don't have a VPN yet, make today the day. Use my link in the description to get Private Internet Access, start being more secure, and unlock loads more content. A part of him pushing back against the YouTube censorship led with him putting out this video saying YouTube has threatened to ban us if we don't affirm gender ideology. They want me to either surrender my principles or become irrelevant. It's only that, like, I think Rumble is a reasonable option, at least for viewership. Financially, you still need, viewers to do like Rumble rants to really make any sort of a living. But hopefully that'll change. Hopefully more people will buy ads on Rumble once they build out that system. I mean, even Coffee Brand Coffee buys ads on there. So starting today, he wrote, with every episode of this show will be posted on Twitter, which is now the most powerful free speech platform in the world. Interesting. I don't know that I'd necessarily disagree with that. We've seen Twitter explicitly. Now, you almost wonder if like the Daily Wire and Elon or Matt and Elon were talking, but you saw the Twitter explicitly roll back their terms of service violations for quote unquote misgendering. Could it be related to this? I mean, who can know for certain, but certainly that's the situation. So here's a video that he put out that has 1.2 million views on Twitter, which is crazy because, the Matt Walsh show currently has less than 100,000. So obviously Matt Walsh is very popular on Twitter and shared it from his personal account, but here's what he said.
On the YouTube front, as long as they make affirmation of gender ideology a prerequisite for posting my show on the platform, I will not post my show on the platform. But I also will not allow myself to be banished into obscurity off to some internet ghetto where nobody will find my content.
Now, I think that's, he's on the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire is kind of the biggest spot in the world. Certainly also Rumble is not what I would call an internet ghetto. But he's still, and I'm nitpicking. Like, really, up until very recent, this is why I'm so thankful for Rumble and Chris Pavlovsky, their CEO. Like, up until very recently, that was true. Like, you could go to BitChute, which holds its own, or you could go to Odyssey/library. But I mean, it was never going to be a viable alternative. It was always going to be kind of this fringe group of people. Now, with Elon Musk owning Twitter, and we're kind of trying to incentivize people to monetize their content on Twitter, this is a very interesting development. And it's even driven me to re-up my Twitter Blue and consider uploading my episodes in full, in their entirety, on Twitter as well, as Matt. I remember, or if you remember, about 2 months ago, I did an analytics test where I'm trying to figure out if uploading my entire videos would actually help grow my reach or increase reach at all. And to be honest, they really didn't. People watched them, but it wasn't like getting tons and tons of views. Since then, many things have changed with Twitter, including having priority with Twitter Blue and other options like that. Plus, the more people that do it, like Matt, who have, look, I report on Matt. Matt doesn't report on me. If I know my role, okay, Matt makes waves, I cover them, all right? I accept my role there, and I'm happy to do what I do. But I do also try to keep myself on the forefront of new tech and alt tech and try to give every option a chance. And money doesn't lead that decision. It's reach. And I'm not saying Matt is concerned with money here, but it was like I was uploading to Twitter and it really wasn't growing my Twitter channel. It really wasn't extending my reach, so there wasn't any point. But now, if more people actually do this, and he had uploaded an hour-long episode, this is, this could set a standard or help normalize watching these longer videos on Twitter.
You see, big tech, this is the choice they want us to make. They want me either to surrender my principles or become irrelevant. And they'll be happy with...
That's true of most people, not necessarily Matt, because obviously he still has Twitter and he has Daily Wire. But he is correct in that for any standard content creator, like myself, for example, even though I have 1 million subscribers, they don't really care. They're happy to let me leave if I become too much of a problem for them. This, I know. This is why I push the Publica. This is why I try to build my coffee company. But it's all still tied to YouTube, right? The Publica will break away, but it's all still tied to YouTube. And so he's right in saying, look, YouTube is happy to let hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in ad revenue just walk away.
With whichever of those two options I choose. Either one, fine with them. Which is why I choose neither. Instead, starting today, we're going to make this show available to everyone for free on the Daily Wire. It'll also be available on Rumble, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the other places you normally get your podcasts.
Shout out Rumble there. Nice job.
And we're trying something new as well. Starting today, every episode of this show will also be posted in full on Twitter, which is now the most powerful free speech platform in the world. And it seems like the place where this show belongs. If you follow our channel on YouTube, you can still find plenty of content that we'll make specially for you. We'll still put.
So he's doing what he said before by, he'll use YouTube to put out bits, clips, this and that, but he'll upload his videos entirely to his own platform, the Daily Wire. Well, he doesn't own it, but you know what I mean? Their own platform. This is why I'm pushing the Publica so hard. Or Twitter, which really, as it stands right now, has not really come out as like, I don't see them removing videos for hate speech. That hasn't happened yet. Or, bullying or any of this kind of stuff. YouTube doesn't have the infrastructure. So I'm sorry, Twitter. So right now it's kind of the wild, wild west. And what I thought was really interesting is, now I don't know, the Daily Wire has huge marketing budgets, okay? They spend a lot of money promoting shows. That said, the first episode that he uploaded, which is an hour-long video on Twitter, has 400,000 views. That's really, really good. I don't know, because he's Daily Wire, his views are always going to get split. Like, you look at Shapiro and it's like, This video, you wonder, oh, why did that quote unquote only get 200,000 views? But then you forget they've got 1 million plus paying members on the dailywire.com where people are watching videos in the app or all this other kind of stuff. So their reach is monumental. And I think this is a really, really an interesting move. It's one I wholeheartedly support. It would have been a gamble pre-Elon Musk, but what Elon Musk needs is content. He needs people to be uploading content to Twitter. And so, even you see Matt Walsh retweeting saying every attack from the left has had the effect of growing my platform, every single one. That's probably true. This is how it is so often works. All you have to do is not apologize ever and stay on message. Well, sure. Again, when you're a super huge show, I mean, like YouTube bans loads of channels every day that we never even hear about, or Twitter even still bans people. It's better now. But you see, 1 hour ago, not only was the first live stream to Twitter a success, but their show climbed in the streaming charts, ranking number 3 on Spotify and number 5 in Apple News. Also, the episode ranked number 5 in news. We're going to continue to innovate and reach more people. You see here, okay, wait, Ben Shapiro. Yeah, it actually got more views. He passed Ben Shapiro. I'm sure that was a funny ribbing in the office. I don't know what this is showing. Is it Apple News or something like that? I think that's good. I think the more people that embrace this, the better. Now, there's also this other part of it where apparently, Matt Walsh sends a message to creeps trying to blackmail him. It's interesting here. There's still some stuff. I suppose there's still some information floating around out there from his hack, from his docs. I hope that all dies down, because whether or not, I think it's pretty pathetic, that people would celebrate that or think, that's okay just because you disagree with their politics. That's absurd. So, I think that this is a huge gamble, or not necessarily a huge gamble because they have their subscribers, but this is a move, just like when I said Crowder, going Rumble exclusive, Matt Walsh going to Twitter to release his full-length show is great for other content creators. It just is. It may help create the economy, the ecosystem where people are more used to watching long-form videos. So kudos to him, and I hope everyone else at the Daily Wire follows suit. And I certainly will as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.